It is not at all a state.
So if the cycle is stolen, okay, let it be. That's only it.
Not like that. So you may have the feeling of struggle within yourself. You may have the feeling of sorrow. It is not in your hand. It comes naturally. You should not take everything is okay. So if you think like that,
it's a manolaya.
If you think like that, everything is okay. If it is also a kind of manolaya. So you are designing your mind to say everything is okay. That is also kind of.
So in that place, I couldn't understand which can you feel that mano nasa. That's just a.
You need not understand mano nasa.
Nasa.
But you have to understand the mano laya alone.
There is no understanding required for mano laya.
You need not understand. You need not go through mano nasa.
Just because they put the word mano nasa and mano laya. So we just want to know that what.
That's what. If you want to learn Manolaya Nasa, that is another Manolaya. So you cannot see, you understand? Yes, I want to learn Manolaya.
Just like unconscious.
Manolaya Nasa, I want to learn. That is another Manolaya. So how you can solve a Manolaya with the help of another
then
Manolaya?
Then it is unexplainable.
Yes. Unexplainable. No, you tell me whether it is required.
So our work is whether we have to do anything with related to the manolaya or not.
Yes.
That alone is in question. We have no question about the mano nasa. Mano nasa, if you expect anything, means we are creating more manolaya in the name of mano nasa.
Why I ask means in the state of mano nasa, the person is liberated. Something is said must be.
That is what the liberation is not. See, that is also, it is already there.
Already there.
You have recognized that now. Manolaya Nasa is liberation. You have recognized that, okay? Suppose if you ask a question, you have to take up Manolaya in your hand and only you can ask a question.
Yes,
so if you drop that question, that gets solved automatically.
It means that even the liberated person will have the laya in his.
Yes,
in his
you
mind.
should have laya to function in the external world.
That is why.
Yes,
Even
even Manolaya Nasa, Ayya has to function, he has to come and give a lecture.
Even to the,
that is a Manolaya.
Internal world also it will be there. But
Yeah.
it cannot be holding to
Yes, holding to
that state.
This, you will not be a critic of yourself.
I have one question here. So many, some of the techniques people are telling us a no mind state. The no mind state means is it no manolaya? Are we trying to create no manolaya? The natural flow is the manolaya. It means that are we disturbing the manolaya in the no mind state?
So here there is no manolaya itself. Because when there is no mind, how can there be manolaya?
But can we say that no mind is equal to the manonasa state? No.
No. Manonasa means the mind must be there, but it must be free from manolaya. So it must be capable of creating manolaya. The next moment it must be free from manolaya itself.
It means that if you say as a no mind state, do we creating a forced manonasa state by force, the no mind state?
So it is a different thing. It has no connection with the manonasa. So it is a withdrawal state. It is a withdrawal state, just like a sleep. Sleep state or the samadhi state is the withdrawal state. That is the no mind state.
Thoughtlessness and emotionlessness.
But at the same time, it is a kind of mind. Some mind is there, but this wandering mind is not there. So it is a withdrawal state. Even in samadhi state, even in sleep state also, some mind is there, but it is not in the functional state. But when it is in the functional state, so the laya must be in the flowing state. So that is the main thing. So even after the understanding, without manolaya we cannot live. So each and every moment we must have laya. Manolaya must be there. And with manolaya alone we can live. But at the same time we cannot be caught by the manolaya. It must be in the liquid form. It comes and goes. Just like we are writing upon the water. To the moment we are writing, the letters must be there. The next moment it must be free. So in this way, we must have laya. The next moment it must disappear. We should not retain. We should not try to retain anything. but at the same time need not remove anything. So it goes naturally.
So Swamiji, can we have conscious and unconscious manolaya? So there's a reaction in my mind, like sorrow, is an unconscious manolaya. It's sorrow has taken shape, but then I can go consciously, I want to change that sorrow as conscious.
So because some emotion happens, all emotion happens unconsciously without our expectation, emotion comes. It is manolaya.
Yeah.
But when you consciously do create something, it is also a created manolaya.
Right. So you can have conscious and
it may be conscious or unconscious.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Technical question about the samadhi state, which is a little bit, anyway, let's skip. Ramana and Nasagadatta seem to be, from the stories that we hear, able to live in a samadhi state where they didn't have a mind, still a state, and they managed to sustain it for many years. Is that your understanding? Were they was Ramana in a samadhi state from 20 years till he was 70 years, for 50 years?
So when we are living in the body, we may go to the state of samadhi when we are living. But after the death of the body, so our subtle body goes away from the physical body. Somebody may say that we can permanently live with the body, so that is not possible. But at the same time, the subtle body has the power to go anywhere, but it can enter into the dead body itself. But at the same time, it cannot activate the dead body. But when you are living, for the time being, you may go away from the physical body and return to the physical body. But if you are dead, it's once for all it go away from the body. We cannot return to the body.
Yeah, I think his question is it possible to live this life with the Ramana's background? Like he'll be in samadhi as well as he'll be, am I right?
Yeah.
So he'll also be acting on the. So he's in a state of samadhi, but he's still doing all his activities. Am I right?
Yes, because samadhi, we're assuming samadhi means no mind, but like you said, we have to have mind to be physical human beings. So for me, I'm just seeing a contradiction there.
So basically, everybody is in the original state. Everybody is in the mano-nasa state.
Yeah.
But here, some laya comes. So here, whether we are struggling with the laya or not is the question. But basically, everybody is in the state. Everybody is in the liberated state. Everybody is in the laya state, laya free state. The laya comes and disappears. That is not only for Ramana, everybody is in the state. But he is not struggling with these manolayas. And the other persons are struggling with the manolaya. That is the difference.
So
basically, everybody is in the manolaya state.
So a lot of people like myself were attracted to him because he seemed, I thought all the spiritual teachings were saying the reason that he's so special is because he was in samadhi and we all bow down to his samadhi. But actually, the real attraction is he was free. Is that true? His real attraction is that, yes, he was in samadhi, but that actually is secondary. The most important thing about Ramana is that he was living in mano-nasa all the time. He was free all the time.
So here, the physical samadhi is different from the mano-nasa. Mano-nasa is when we are living, the natural state of our mind is in the mano-nasa. That is the natural state of our mind. That is the liberated state of our mind.
And would you say that Ramana was living in Ramana?
So Ramana, certain times, he go to physical samadhi itself. So physical samadhi is different from the mano-nasa state. Mano-nasa is the natural state, but the physical samadhi is some created state. So it is when we focus our attention to the Anandamaya Kosa, we goes to the Samadhi state. This is a created state. When we create some state and we can live that state. So that is different. And but we cannot live there for very long because it will disturb the health of the body itself. But it is not the correct state. But at the same time, you can go to Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is different. Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you are unconscious of your experience. When you do not conscious of your experience, your body can survive. But if you are conscious of your happiness or bliss, your body cannot withstand. Your nervous system will be broken down.
I'm still, I don't think you've got my question. So, like you said, he couldn't live permanently in his samadhi state. When he wasn't in his samadhi...
His description may be like this, but that is not the description of myself. My description is that everybody is in the real state. The real state is for everybody.
Yeah.
But only difference between the enlightened and the ordinary person is that the ordinary person is in struggle with the Manolaya. One Manolaya is in struggle with the other Manolaya. But the liberated person will not struggle. No, they are not entertaining any struggle within themselves. They allow the Manolaya to free flow. So the free flow is the main thing. This is a deciding factor.
Yeah. And that Ramana was living in that free-flowing state.
Yeah. Everybody's
Isn't that the definition of sahaja samadhi? Whether it's the free-flowing, natural? You're in samadhi, but you're also in the world and you can function. The functioning mind is there, but you're also aware of the mananasa is also, it's also free-flowing, so that the mananasa is also there. I mean, not using words good, but you know.
Means, I put another question there. Means you said that the kids are in the liberated. I want to bring that this thing. The kids are in the liberated state. When we have grown up and acquired that intellect, we are disturbing the liberated state what we have. Correct. So it means that
everybody is in the liberated state, not only the kids. You are in the liberated state. I am in the liberated state. Everybody in the liberated states. The kids are not disturbing the liberated states, but we are disturbing the liberated states. As we are having the intellect, but we select something. When we select something, we are disturbing the natural flow. So the natural flow is the liberation.
So it means, okay, sorry.
That means we are selecting some manolaya. We want to dismiss some manolaya. We want to catch hold of some manolaya. That is the disturbance of the flowing state. That is the disturbance of the manonasa.
So it means that if I have a happiness in my manolaya, our intellect tries to hold that manolaya for longer time. Or if I have a worry or a fear as a part of a manolaya, I want to disturb that. I don't want that. I want to destroy that.
Yeah.
So that intention,
So the intention itself is a kind of manolaya, and one manolaya against the other manolaya. That is the struggle between manolaya.
So do you mean to say that the kids don't have that type of destruction?
Yeah. So it will not have the intellect. They may be physically, they may want something, but they don't want psychologically. I must be always in a happy state. I should not have any anger. I should not have any fear. They won't say like that. They won't feel like that. They will not feel any correction within themselves.
Ayya, you spoke about that when you were seeking, you had a secret desire to be in a state, and you seek for enlightenment.
So whenever you are seeking, it is manolaya.
But when you speak about when you were seeking enlightenment, and you said that actually you were looking for a state, permanent state. Was that conscious? Is that like conscious desire? Maybe it's a lot of people that come for looking for coming here or just like for some place, maybe there's a secret desire to reach a state,
So,
not really to be
so everything, so till we are having the understanding what to do, what not to do, so we have to seek. We have to seek the help of the Manolaya itself. The understanding, inquiry, everything is Manolaya. With the Manolaya alone, we have to, because here we are seeking that what is the correct state of Manolaya. So the correct state of Manolaya is to come and disappear. So that is the correct state of Manolaya. It has to come. It is necessary for Manolaya. Without Manolaya we cannot live, we cannot feel anything. So we have to have Manolaya. But the correct Manolaya is that it has to disappear freely. So, but at the same time, if you create another Manolaya to deal with the Manolaya, that is a struggle within ourselves. So for all these things we have to understand. So this understanding also within the area of Manolaya. It is not the Manolaya will not, Manonasa will not come to the scene of understanding. The all understanding, enlightenment, everything is in the Manolaya. It has no connection with Manonasa. But when we correctly understand, naturally some free flow of Manolaya is there. The free flow of Manolaya, that we can rightly say, it is liberation.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like the liberated state, it's not contradicted to having an ego, because it may arise, and this is what's happening. This is the shape that's happened. Is it correct, or?
So it is there. The ego is there. It is happening. Whatever happening, let it happening. So psychologically, the ego may happen. Anything may happen. We have to treat as a natural one. But it is not necessary. The ego has no necessary place in the psychological world. Even though it is unnecessary, it may happen like this. Doesn't matter. But whenever you accuse itself, when you criticize itself, then only it becomes a problematic one. If you don't mind the formation of ego itself, then next moment you will be free from that.
So there's no need to
Dissolve the ego, no, solve the ego. Whatever comes, let it come and go. But the external work alone, we have to keep something, we have to take some form, we have to maintain some form. But psychologically, we need not maintain any form in the name of ego or in the name of anything. We'll meet tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you. Really happy this afternoon. Thank you. Where did I get? Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can do separation.
The next one.
I forgot to take some, and I will give some more donation tomorrow. I just forgot.
Will I come out?
Thank you.